Γεια σας κοτάκια της Φρυδερικής. Καλώς ήρθατε στο κλεξιμουνουλάκι τώρα.
Ξεκινώ. Πάτα με. Πατώσε. Ξαναπατώσε, ξέρω.
Εσύ να σπαμάρεις. Αγόρασα το DVD.
Είναι τούτη η βλακεία.
Πώς αγόρασες?
Κλικ μη κλικ.
Ρε ένα το καθένα, όχι 150.
Α, τι, 150.
Ρε τον DVD πόσα ευρώ είναι? Πόσα κλικς? Κίνο, το Subway Service. Ποιος το DVD έχω? Ποιος το DVD έχω? Μπρο, φέρε λίγο. Λίγο.
6. Άντε ρε.
Αγόρασε κάτι.
Ναϊ.
Ρε φέρε. Άντε φέρε. Γιατί έχει διαφήμιση? Μπρο, αγόρασες μια διαφήμιση. Μπρο, το μεταξύ φύγεται, είναι οχλητικό. Ναι, τι είναι? Αγόρασε τον DVD έχω. Τώρα από τον τσίζο. Άντε φέρε λίγο, εγώ θα κάνεις μόνο εσύ.
Θέλω να αγοράσω κι άλλο κάτι.
Έτσι. Και εσύ είναι κορούα. Τι. Μα αγοράσες τούτο ρε.
Γιατί?
Μπρο, φτάνει μαπήρα. Δεν ήξερα τι ήταν. Αγοράσε το άλλο DVD. Ούλα τα DVD. Όχι, έλα να αγοράσω μαπήρα DVD.
Περίμενε ρε.
Όχι, τούτο. Τι να τα αγοράσω. Τώρα κάνουμε ένα φιλιαλίκο.
Τι?
Τι να κάνουμε, τώρα τουλάχιστον κάνουμε πιο γλύωρα. Παιδιά, τώρα ακούτε τους, όχι. Τώρα τους ακούτε, ναι.
the video. So, welcome to my garden. It's a beautiful Wednesday afternoon. I had to think about the day. It's a beautiful Wednesday afternoon, and I thought I'll bring you outside because, hey, it's still summer. I've got kind of like BLT sandwich. So I've got bacon, lettuce, tomato, of course, egg, like an omelette. That's just basic omelette with a little bit of cream, some more mayo. I ran out of lettuce, so one of the sandwiches, this one, that's actually kale on one layer.
911, what's your emergency?
There's a woman. Anyway,
there's a body. A woman's body, sir?
She's here. Beer.
Not all of her.
Can't wait to eat.
Not all of her.
Starving.
Calm down, sir. Can you tell me if the woman is breathing?
She has her tail. She has no face.
I'm Ingrid Mendoza, and you're in Killer Country. This week, we're diving into the bizarre death of Maribel Diaz. Maribel dreamed of becoming a Hollywood actress, but trapped in the small seaside town of Mystic Bay, Florida, her options were limited. She'd book an occasional used car commercial or a clown at a child's birthday party, but legitimate opportunities were few and far between. Eventually, however, Maribel found the path to acting in an unexpected place, Wild Tides Water Park. There, Maribel donned a long silver tail and a shimmering tube top. 5 days a week, rain or shine, she'd swim in a massive glass tank, smiling at tourists and posing for pictures. At Wild Tides, Maribel became Miss Maribel, the magic mermaid of Mystic Bay. Then, on August 24th, 2012, everything changed. Hurricane Braden tore through Mystic Bay, destroying 65 homes, 34 Shake Shacks, and leaving at least one person missing, Maribel Diaz. Frank Wild, the longtime owner of Wild Tides Water Park, was among the last to see her alive.
She was a pretty lady. Some say she had web feet. She never wanted to talk. Now, I don't like to speak ill of the dead, but she was a little cold. Snobby, you might say. When the hurricane was coming, I told her, hey, sweetie, you can stay with me. Because, you know, this place is a fortress. I got hurricane shutters, sandbags, the whole shebang. A bunker with a sauna, a screening room, bowling alley. Yeah, regulation bowling alley, do you understand? Yeah, the real deal. Yeah, I told her. I got 2 months worth of beans. Yeah, all kinds of beans. Right? Black beans, kidney beans, pinto beans, lima beans, soybeans, jelly beans. Yeah, I was worried, you know, because she lived all by herself. I owned the building she lived in, and I knew it was, I knew she wouldn't have beans. But she told me she'd be okay on her own. Yeah, maybe if she just stayed at my place. You know, you wonder what might have been. But she said no, she didn't even like beans.
I spoke with Frank at his home over 3 bean salad. From where we sat on an expansive back patio festooned with marble statues of dolphins, women, and dolphin women, we could see the very top of Wild Tide's Megalodon Mega Twister. It's a massive water slide, just over 100 feet tall, that shoots park visitors into the waiting jaws of a fiberglass megalodon.
Please, this park employs half the damn town easily. We added that big slide, the friggin' orcas. It's a sight to see, especially the mermaids. And Maribel, well, she was the most popular one. You really just never think of something happening to a girl like that in a place like this. Well, except for that time when those kids got eaten during the alligator parade. Or the time the clowns went feral. Oh, or that time when the old guy...
Behind us, something bumps. Hard. Against a glass wall.
don't mind her. That's cannellini. Here, girl. Come here. Come on, sweet bean.
Frank Wild, heir to the Wild Bean Company fortune, is an avowed animal lover. His home, a concrete monolith rising from the steaming marsh, includes a massive glass pyramid teeming with all sorts of aquatic marvels, including, most notably, a 6-foot albino alligator named Cannellini. He also owns a narwhal, 7 dolphins, roughly 16 flamingos, 3 tigers, 7 pythons, a wild boar, and several ostriches. Most are named after beans. Frank goes on.
I used to have a whole mess of macaws, too. But every hurricane, more of them escaped. Sometimes I still see them flying over the house. I guess they wanted to be free. Yeah, whatever that means. Anyway, she was a nice girl. Sometimes. And it's a shame what happened.
Jessa Lynn Garcia, another mermaid at Wild Tides Water Park, remembers Mirabelle a bit differently.
She was just sweet as pie. She really was. And such a pretty little thing. For a brunette. Except for the gills. She was always giving me real nice tips, about what to do with my clothes or my hair. She'd come up to me while we'd be putting our tails on and say something like, "Oh, Jessalyn, you would look so good as a blonde." Or, "Oh, Jessalyn, don't go to that Shake Shack on August 24th. I had a vision." And, she was always the second runner-up at pageants. Almost Miss Key Lime Pie. Almost the Orange Blossom Queen. Almost ambassador to Kazakhstan. And people don't realize it, but it takes a lot of character to keep showing up after losing out over and over and over and over and over and over again. I'm proud of my titles. Always will be. I don't take the honor of being the Orange Blossom Queen 6 straight years in a row lightly, but, I admired Mirabelle, too. And she had a good heart. She'd volunteer all the time. She'd perform for the little old people down at the senior center. Sing that song from that mermaid movie, I'm in Your World, or whatever it's called. I don't know, my children only watch godly movies. But she'd sing that. She didn't have children, so maybe she didn't realize. Or a husband, which I also have. Oh, and she was a perfectionist. So she'd sing that same song over and over till she got it right. 20, 30 times. The old people would tell her she didn't have to, that she could stop at any time, but she was happy to do it. She was a natural performer. Oh, so gifted. I was never like that. I mean, everyone's different. Some of us are more into the artistry of it all. I'm a Wild Tides Water Park mermaid because I believe it's important to provide families with wholesome, all-ages entertainment at an affordable price. But others, they like the attention. Not that I'm blaming her for what happened. Gosh, no. She was a nice person. She didn't deserve that. Not at all. You just never think something like that would happen in a teeny little teensy-weensy town like Mystic Bay. I mean, besides that time that poor boy was pushed into that hydraulic press, or that old man who spontaneously combusted in the Publix parking lot. But other than that, you just never think of bad stuff happening here. It was so sad what happened to her. Of course, we all suspected Jared. He was weird. He followed her around like a puppy. A weird puppy.
Mirabelle's disappearance left a mark on the minuscule town of Mystic Bay, with search missions tampered by downed power lines and felled trees. As days turned into weeks, the town's optimism began to fade. That said, losing hope is something of a custom for residents of Mystic Bay. For years, competing theme parks, virus outbreaks, daylight savings, and a quickly shifting culture led to a downturn in park numbers.
Hey, come on now. Wild Tides is still top quality. Some of the best damn entertainment in the state. I don't care what anyone thinks, right? But the fact of the matter is, kids don't go for that anymore. Yeah, they'd rather be on their phones playing Candy Crush or Roblox Adopt Me or Neil Got Fun than at a park with their folks. So people stopped coming. And then, of course, that's when they found her. Or what was left of her.
What was left of Mirabelle was found by Jared Holt on November 15th, 2012, 3 months after she went missing. That's his voice you heard in the 911 call at the top of the episode.
She has her tail. She has no face.
When Chippewa County Police arrived at the scene, they discovered a grisly sight. Mirabelle Diaz, lodged in the jaws of the megalodon megatwister, her mermaid tail curled daintily beneath her on the ancient beast's pink fiberglass tongue. The park's earliest attendees, a group of school children from the St. Brendan the Navigator Institute for Marine Biology, followed Jared's gaze, the park's famed mermaid staring back at them. That is, if she could have stared back. Jessalyn Garcia remembers the day vividly.
Oh, he was all cat and tonic when he first saw her. You know, like he couldn't move or blink or say a single word. Oh, poor thing. He just stood there, looking into the hole where her face had been. It was all sunk in. A pit. No offense to Mirabelle, but you know, I think it was the worst I've ever seen her look. And it was the first day since the hurricane that the park was open to the public. That's what's so sad about it. November is always a slow month. The water's cold, the sun sets early. It's peak season for the flesh-eating algae that sometimes grows on the lazy river inner tubes. But we lost so much money because of the storm that we were all just so excited for the park to open back up again. And someone had just up and shoved poor little old Mirabelle into the big old shark's mouth. How's that for taking the steak right out of your popsicle?
Now, Jessalyn had a pretty good idea of who was responsible. But first... Speaking of popsicles, when's the last time you enjoyed a mouthful of fresh, home-cooked food? Between work and errands, there's never time to cook a proper meal. That's where Dinner Dash comes in. Dinner Dash is a weekly meal delivery service focused on fresh, organic ingredients, with recipes chosen by real chefs. Best of all, Dinner Dash meals never expire. Using our secret technology, we have made eggs that last forever. Get 20% off your first Dinner Dash weekly meal kit with code KILLER20. Dinner Dash. Meals that are eternal. Back to the case. Here's Jessalyn.
Now, the first thing you gotta understand about Mystic Bay is that it's a small town. I mean, real small. Itty-bitty. So everyone knows everyone here. I went to school with Jared and Mirabelle, worked alongside them here at the park. And Jared, well, I can say this, right, because I know him. He's probably just about the worst mascot we've ever had. The only reason he kept his job is because no one else wanted to wear the costume. And when I say he wanted to wear the costume, I mean he really wanted to wear the costume. Like, really. Like, not in a God-honoring way.
Jared Holt had dressed as Wild Tide's water park's iconic mascot, Manny the Manatee, since dropping out of Mystic Bay High School in 1999. His costume consisted of a massive suit carved of fleece and foam, complete with flippers, a floppy headpiece, and Manny's signature orange
For the next 20 minutes, I'll be guiding you towards
the costume weighed in at a staggering 140 pounds and was said to have reached internal temperatures of up to 100 degrees, 310 Kelvin in searing Florida heat.
Be sure to
Past
sit up
Manny the
straight.
manatees have been
Your
reported
arms
passing out
resting
from the
flat
extreme
on your
temperature,
lap.
including one
Your
Manny
arms
who, in
facing down.
1973, collapsed face first
If you're
into a
seated in a
child's
chair,
birthday cake,
I
and
invite you to
another
place
who,
both feet
in
firmly on the
1985,
ground.
became partially baked within the suit
If
while
you're seated on
conducting a
the
water
floor,
safety
or
demonstration
cushion,
at the park's
I
wave
encourage you
pool.
to position
For
yourself in
years,
such a way
Wild
that you
Tide's
feel
water park officials
grounded
could not
and
find
supported.
workers willing to put on the suit.
I'll give you a few more seconds
Whoa,
to
change
find
the
a
design?
position that's
Yeah,
right for you.
no. Out of the question. That Manny the Manatee suit was designed by my own daddy, Frank Wild Senior.
Let's begin.
He had two dreams.
You can close your
To sell
eyes or
quality
just let your
beans at
vision
affordable
gradually
prices
soften.
across the continental
Whichever
United
is
States
best
of
for you.
America, and to make a true
Let's start by
man-manatee
focusing on
hybrid he
that.
referred to as
Now,
the humanity.
there may be other things like
And that damn suit, that's the second closest he ever got to it. So no, I'd never change it.
keyboards clicking.
If you think the suit's too heavy or too stinky or too what have you, well, that's a personal thing. Man up. Hey, manatee up. Yeah. Come on, change the suit? What are you kidding me with this?
Allow your chest and
You
belly
could
to expand.
smell the suit before you saw it. I'd say it was closest to...
Now
You ever
hold
have a
your breath for 3
Florida-style pizza? Well, you take a handful of saltine crackers and sort of spread them out on a paper plate with sprayed cheese, turtle jerky, and a little bit of gas station pickle, and a sprinkling of boiled peanuts. Just leave it out for a little bitty bit, let the sunshine do its magic, and voila, you got yourself a meal. Now, it's delicious, but you'll be smelling it for about a mile, 2 miles out if the wind hits just right. I don't really eat that sort of food, personally.
One last time.
The Manny the Manatee suit smelled sort of like that. Like Florida-style pizza. Or rotten broccoli.
Despite the suit's numerous downsides, there was one person more than willing to don it around the park. Jared Holt.
Jared, well, he strayed from the light of the Lord. I can tell you that much for nothing. Tampering with the divine design. He had a lot of off predications. He was a fuzzy.
I met with Jared Holt at the Chipko County Jail. It's a small peach-colored structure across from a former Sears-turned-Spirit Halloween.
I first learned about it online. I've always liked to draw. Kind of. Like funny animals. Or animals with like bazooka arms. Just funny stuff, you know? Whatever pops into my head. Like maybe I'll draw a manatee with big muscles and bazooka arms. Or maybe I'll feel more like drawing a bazooka that shoots out manatees with, really huge muscles.
If you'd like, if you're comfortable with you can tell.
There's a lot of symbolism there if you think about it. Not that I want you to think about it. I have a real respect for all sirenians. That's the term for aquatic animals like manatees and dugongs. Sirenian. Like a siren, like a mermaid. They think sailors invented mermaids because they saw manatees out in the water and fell in love with them.
I asked Jared whether his appreciation for Sirenians extended to Mirabelle. He grows quiet, sullen, and then...
Mirabelle, no. I don't think of her that way. She was pretty, sure. Long, pinkish hair, cross-eyed. She was a friend to me. Nothing less, nothing more. After all, she was the one to pull me out of that pool.
The incident to which Jared is referring occurred in June of 2001 and has since become a local legend around the microscopic town of Mystic Bay. Jared Holt, then 19, had gone on break. Like many Wild Tide Water Park workers, fighting the miasmic heat of a June afternoon with can after can of fluorescent yellow alcoholic energy drinks, he suffered a lapse in judgment. Against park rules, he stripped off his heavy mascot suit and, accompanied by several other intoxicated park employees, dove into the inviting aqua-colored waters of the Wild Tide wave pool. Jessalyn, like nearly everyone else in the unbelievably tiny town of Mystic Bay, has heard every detail of what transpired that fateful afternoon.
The wave pool, oh my stars and heavens. Well, we're not supposed to be fraternizing with customers, the park goers. That's the first thing. It's important to have boundaries, or else the customers will try to get away with every little thing, from bringing corn dogs on the water slide to putting their bits and pieces in the jellyfish tank. And then there's the fact that Manny the manatee should never be seen out of costume. That's the second thing. It scares the little children, seeing a bright pink human man wearing nothing but swim trunks and a manatee mascot head. It's unnatural. And then, of course, there's the prophecy. That's the third thing. But first,
when it comes to looking out for your future, do you know who to trust? Invest in your tomorrow today with Chipco County Bank and Loan. With Chipco County Bank and Loan, you can rest assured your money is working as hard as you are using the power of state-certified psychic accountants. Astrological accounting harnesses the power of the planets to grow your wealth astronomically. Open an account today and receive a complimentary framed birth chart. Aries in your second house, Pisces in your eighth. It's no matter. With Chipco County Bank and Loan, even Gemini placements can look forward to financial security. And if you use code KILLER50 within 30 days, you can receive an extra $50 cash bonus just for signing up. Chipco County Bank and Loan. We'll have you seeing stars. And now, back to the case.
the prophecy, as everyone knows, foretells the return of a creature known only as the anomaly. Its name cannot be uttered by human tongues, and human mind cannot conceive of its form. And the anomaly starves for the flesh of non-believers. Every 130 years, like clockwork, it returns to feed. Like, even little kids know this, right? What happens is, you go into the wade pool, you hold onto your boogie board, you hear the murmurs, and you heed those dang murmurs, Miss Ma'am, I'll tell you that much. You heed the dang on murmurs.
Well, sure, yeah, I knew about the prophecy. But you've got to keep in mind, hundreds, if not tens of people go into that wade pool, and most of them come out totally fine. So, I guess, I thought I'd be okay. And then I got stuck in the pool of drain. Well, I mean, just
may feel an expansiveness across your
And it was none other than Mirabel Diaz who saved Jared from developing the same pelvic vestige as his beloved sirens.
She dove right in and pulled me out by the manatee head.
I want you to take a moment now.
Everyone else just stood by the edge of the pool yelling, prophecy, prophecy.
Here we go.
Don't about it. She did something. She saved my life.
To Jessalyn.
Come on,
They
let's
said he came out of that pool drain with a pop.
Crunch it down.
Like that.
Hey,
And I mean, look, was it a good thing you didn't drown Dingle first and curse wade pool to feed the insatiable, horrible force that rules over a universe of dying planets? Yes.
3, now go back to those crunches.
And also, because the anomaly will always get what it wants.
3 knees coming down.
Always.
3.
From that point on, Jared and Mirabel were said to be inseparable. The beautiful mermaid always followed closely like a familiar scent of sweat and fused foam.
At first, it was just sweet, but I was grateful. Mirabel wasn't ever exactly nice to me before. She never so much as looked in my direction. Mermaids and mascots, they don't really mix, So I sort of helped her around part of it, just as a thank you. I wheeled her around when she had her tail. Steal snacks for her sometimes. She loved footprints. Sometimes we play a game where she pretended to be like a seal or something. And I tossed bundles into her mouth. Although I wanted to be the seal, she said no, she was the seal, and I couldn't have any bunions. But mostly we got along surprisingly great. I even drew a picture of her as a muscly manatee with a bazooka. She said it was dumb, but
Jared begins to sob. As I give him a moment to compose himself, I think about the impact Mirabel Diaz had on such a nano-sized town as Mystic Bay. What is a girl to town? What value does she have beyond her first runner-up sash, beyond her radiant smile and the gloomy blue mermaid tank? To Frank, she was a pretty face, a moneymaker, perhaps not so different from the orcas and the moose sharks. To Jessalyn, she was a rival, a wave building on the horizon. And to Jared, she was part savior, part muse, a complicated mixture of things like so many of his drawings. Jared wipes away his tears with the back of one hand and continues.
She said the drawing was super dumb. I think she even laughed at it. It hurt, I guess. A lot. But when I went to clear out her locker, you know, after finding it on the slide, I saw it. There it was. Taped to the inside of her locker. It was the only thing she had in there.
And that changed something in Jared.
That's when I decided I'd find her killer myself. I'd be a detective. Like a dugong detective. A Sirenian sleuth. A manatee on a mission. I vowed that I would solve her murder if it was the last thing I did.
And, as it turned out, Jared was the deaths of uncovering clues. And lies. But first,
You've got mail. Step 4.
bored at home, at work, at school, at a wedding. Don't worry, because Meal.Fun has got you covered. With dozens of games to choose from, Meal.Fun is the internet's one-stop shop for home entertainment and life enrichment. 1 hour a day of Meal.Fun usage has been shown to cure boredom, memory loss, and death itself in lab rats. That's right, just 1 hour of Meal.Fun usage has been shown to stop father time and prevent aging. Best of all, it's completely free and accessible right from your browser. No downloads required. Ask your parents for permission to log on today.
Cops arrived at the scene. I want to say 3 hours after, maybe 4. Apparently they were busy with murder. Some kids pushed the giant bean off the top of the Wild Bean Company factory and onto an old lady. She exploded like a pinata, they say. They hung her wig around here, actually. One of the flamingos was wearing it. But anyway, after the cops finally arrived and cleared away the screaming elementary school kids, they wanted to talk. They asked me if I knew anything about Mirabelle. If I knew anything about the slide. Like, yeah, of course I know Mirabelle. And of course I know about the slide. Today is a nanoscopic town. Real slow. Everyone knows about the Megalodon Mega Twister. It's the sickest slide in the whole park. Maybe in all of central southeastern Florida. You shoot straight down into the shark's mouth. It's crazy fun. Yeah, we lose maybe 6, 7, 4 people on it every year. Like, literally lose. That's not just a turn of phrase. We go down the slide and they never come out. Some say the slide is a portal to hell. Some say it's the point at which 2 parallel universes actually meet. And all those lost screaming tourists slide off to exist alongside an alternate self in a world slightly different from our own. And some say the entire park is actually built on the body of the anomaly. Each slide like an organ, a fleshy tube that leads straight into the thing's dark, cavernous belly. But here's the thing. We haven't actually gotten stuck in shark's mouth before. Mirabelle was lodged between 2 long fiberglass teeth. You can't reach those teeth by sliding down. Someone probably put her there. Deliberately.
Jessalyn Garcia is also very familiar with the slide's unique properties.
Oh, golly, yeah. The slide's a funny thing, really. You know, Mirabelle actually lost her cousin Rocky on that very same slide. I remember because I was there. We all were. A hot summer day, real hazy loud. Some kids had snuck Florida-style pizza into the park, dropping saltines and sprayed cheese everywhere. A whole mess. Rocky was up at the top of the slide, hollering something down. Cowabunga bunghole is what I think he said. Now, mind you, I'm just quoting him because I believe in accuracy. I never really talk like that. Just so you know. Anyway, so Rocky slid down the Megalodon Mega Twister, twisting in a Megasaur way and yelling all sorts of colorful language. And then, bloop, you never saw him again. And that's just how the slide is. Like I said, if the anomaly wants something, it'll get it. No matter what. Death doesn't hide all secrets, and one more would soon come to light. To determine who exactly placed Mirabelle Diaz inside the Megalodon Mega Twister's twisted Megalodon Mega Mouth, Jared had to infiltrate the crime scene.
went back at night.
Let's go.
The police had taken the crime scene, but unfortunately, they had to go look into another murder.
That's it. You got
Margarita had ripped the face off the sign spinner outside the Dizzy Doo-Dong all-night topless buffet.
Is that like a world record?
Usually, Margarita would hold up a second smaller sign, like the main sign spinner would spin a sign saying, you know, 2 for 1 drinks all night. And the chimp would spin one saying, you're gonna need them. And I guess they got into a spin-off, and then Margarita got mad and just, you know, took it to fall. Topless don't mean faceless. I don't care who you are.
If you like.
But anyway, the coast was clear. The cops were busy trying to find handcuffs tiny enough for the chimp. So I crawled into the
Close.
2. Time for your leg curls.
the Mega Twister shark mouth. That's what I saw.
What Jared found within the fiberglass shark's glossy, massive jaws would change the entire course of the investigation.
7. Come on.
Shark's mouth.
You've done
this too?
Purple
5.
sparkles.
Come on. 4.
Only ever wore a silver sequin tube top.
Why is your head so...
That color was worn by a different mermaid entirely.
Let's go.
It's not block
Orange
shape.
blossom today.
Jessamine Garcia.
Kill her? Now think about that for just one little bitty moment. I'll weigh 100 pounds soaking wet. How can I possibly murder Mirabel Diaz, lift her, carry her through the Megalodon Mega Twister surrounding fences, and then raise her up into the shark's mouth? That thing is about 30 feet above the ground, honeydew. I could never do it. And I want to kill her anyway.
What you say?
Please.
Come on, 2 more. Come on.
Jared
What you say?
How could Jessamine, or anyone for that matter, have lifted Mirabel Diaz into the jaws of the giant megalodon? As it turns out,